Make sure that you tune in every Thursday to the Blueprint Live at 6:30 p.m. Central Standard Time, live on Facebook and YouTube. And then you can catch me on Fluent Radio, Philly Jams 95.3, Indie 101.5, and Mixed Talk Media. And I'm available anywhere that you listen to podcasts, okay, and your radio shows. So get on it, okay? Let's do this. I love to connect with you and promote what you got going on. Let's get it. If you or someone you know would like to be a guest on the Blueprint Live, visit thebpmediaco.com today.
What it do? Your favorite cousin Young Jock checking in. And right now you're tuned into the Blueprint Live with my favorite MzMetchi, all right? Hey, man, you know what it is. Keep doing what you're doing and keep it right here. Chill.
Yo, what's happening in? What's happening in? Oh, it's your boy $2 Fabo, Bankhead Fabo. Oh, hey, man, check this out. I want y'all to tune in right now to the Blueprint Live with MzMetchi. And I want you to tune in every Thursday at 6:30 Central Time. Oh, Fabo!
Yo, I don't know what you think you're doing, but I know what you should be doing. I'm the pride of the Eastside DJ MH Tutter, and you need to tune into the Blueprint Live with MzMetchi.
No, life brought me.
Yeah. What's going on? Right. What's up, Swag? I see you out there. What's going on? Happy Thursday. I just got to jam out real quick. Y'all, it's been one of them weeks. I got a cutty today. Cheers.
Don't tell me to hold on when I'm always with hell. Real niggas hardly.
Come on in. This is just Chris Dark Room Confessions. I just have to go ahead. I'm like, we kind of mellowing out. That's enough. Shout out to Just Chris. Okay, that is Dark Room Confessions. Y'all, welcome back to another week of the Blueprint Live. Okay, if you are wondering what was on my playlist, go ahead and add that. Shout out to Just Chris. Okay, that is available anywhere that you stream your music. Welcome back for another week. I'm happy to be here. We have so much, a jam-packed show tonight. Jam-packed, okay? I'm really, really excited for my guests that I have. I have 3 guests tonight. I am waiting on LaTishia and Keith to go ahead. They're going to be logging in with me soon. And of course, we have Rose God joining us. I'm super excited to, speak with all of my guests tonight. So I feel like it's a really good time for us to go ahead and shout out to all of our listeners that are tuning in on Facebook as well as YouTube. After tonight's broadcast, everyone that's coming on the show or anyone that I mentioned will be hyperlinked to our YouTube and Facebook page. So make sure that you go. Just take a moment if you can. Stop and follow everyone that is on there, okay? I want you all to be in the mix of things that are going on. And these are my partners. These are my show partners, and they help to make it happen. So please, anyone that's mentioned tonight, any of our amazing sponsors, partners, and guests, make sure that you just take a moment to go ahead and just drop that like on there. Drop that subscribe. It's real quick, real easy. Now, if you are interested in advertising with the Blueprint Media Company, now I've got some opportunities for you, some additional ones outside of the Blueprint Live. But if you are interested in advertising, make sure that you visit the bpmediaco.com or MzMetchi.com for more information. Remember, I'm not here to promote me. It's to promote you. Okay? That's really it. And again, shout out to Swag Her Magazine, okay, for everyone that is tuning in through the Swag Her page. Excited to have them as a partner. So you all make sure that you go, take a moment, follow them, read the publication, y'all. It's right on your phone, right on your tablet or your laptop. Make sure that you get in tune with the Swag Her community, okay? With the community. Now, last but not least, of course, shout out to my amazing radio partners where you can listen to the Blueprint Live on Sundays at 3:30 p.m. Shout out to Fluent Radio, Philly Jams 95.3, and Indie 101.5. Love her. And of course, Swag Her. That's where we're streaming tonight. We're having a good time. Hey, Auntie Tracy, thank you. Are you loving the Curls for the Girls, honey? Are you loving it? Funny thing, I have been trying to find the right barrel curl for my hair, because this is the thing. My hair does not want to be straight at all. It doesn't want to be straight. It wants to be curly. It always, no matter how much I straighten it, it reverts back. Shout out to being a natural girly. Hey, what's going on? Okay, so look, you all, I don't want y'all to be confused tonight. So Demetrius is actually he's joining in. And actually, you know what, Demetrius, you might as well, you want to log in now? What you want to do? Because I think LaTishia and Keith are running slightly behind, and I just feel like I don't want to keep you waiting. You let me know if you log in. We're gonna go ahead and just we're gonna jump in. But Demetrius is Rose God, okay, with Anchored Projects LLC. I'm super excited to talk to him for sure. Hey, Auntie Tracy, girl, don't hang me up today. Let me tell you how. Okay, look. First off, I think now is a good time. Let's go ahead and do it. I mean, while we're waiting for a second, it's the perfect time for.
All right, y'all. It's time for Hate It and Love It. Let's get into it.
It never changes for me. I have to give y'all the Hate It and Love It. So this week, okay, lots of love it's. I'll say that. Let's start it off on a high note. Hate it and love it. So this week it's been a fun week. It's been a very busy week. When I tell y'all that after I log off tonight, I'm going to crash. Like, I have enough energy just to get me like a couple morsels of food, but I'm going to pass out because it's just been one of those weeks. You know how you're going and it's so much productivity that you're like, wow, I'm wiped out. This week, I'm very happy to be able to actually, push through a lot of those things. That's the love it. And my special guests are here. Hi, LaTishia. Hey, girl. Hi, Keith. So I'm gonna bring them on shortly because look, y'all know my guest tonight. I told you I was bringing some heat today. Okay, LaTishia Collier, she is coming back. Okay, she's coming back on the show, and we have so much to talk about. And guess, I told y'all in case you missed it, guess who is joining her? We have Keith Collier in the house. He is home and we are jumping straight in. So, I mean, for me, that's the love it, because let me tell you this, every time on the show, every week, I tell all my guests, I'm like, come back and see me. I want to know what's going on. I want to know how you're doing. So the fact that they're joining me now, we're going to get the full update. I'm totally loving that. So that's the love it. I want to give a shout out to Determined Radio tonight. That's also a love it. I appeared on their show. Shout out to Felice and Stacy. It was really, really good. Thank y'all so much for allowing me to come on and to promote my new talk show, the MzMetchi Show. I'm still in celebration mode, y'all. I'm still in celebration. But I was able to go on, and it's always nice to really sit with my other media friends and just have real conversation. So shout out to you all. I love Determined Radio. You all make sure that you follow them too and check out the interview. I'm going to clip it up for y'all because I know, look, people, they like, I don't like to watch anything past 3 minutes. No problem. I've got you covered. So you all make sure that you stay on the lookout for that. My hated it before I go ahead and bring on my special guest tonight is this. And I just want to speak to if you're on the receiving end of this or if you are the person that's doing it. The hated it this week has to be when there's no follow through for things. We want to get out of the habit of committing to things that we know wholeheartedly we are not going to do. Okay, I'm talking to somebody. I'm talking to somebody right now. You just made a promise and you knew as soon as you said it, you're like, I'm not doing that. Okay, it's okay. It's okay. Let's start being more honest. Let's have more conversation, because no expectations, of course, means no disappointments, but let's stop promising things and not following through. And this could be on any level, y'all. We're talking about whether if it's your relationship, if it's, business, if it's that work, whatever it is, just don't commit to things without the follow through. It's not a good look. But y'all didn't hear that from me. I think now is a really good time to go ahead and bring in my special guest. Are y'all ready? Y'all ready? I get a thumbs up. Okay, I think we're good to go. Y'all, I'm excited to bring back one of my guests. But I want to go ahead and welcome right now. And I'm getting it set up because I feel like we got to make sure it's the official Tishia over here. But I want to introduce you all to LaTishia and Keith Collier. I'm bringing them on now. Hey.
Hi.
Welcome back.
Hi, gorgeous. I miss you. It's been a couple years.
Keith, how you doing?
I'm doing all right. How about you?
I am good. I'm good. So excited to see you. Look, I feel like we've been watching you for a while, but now to have you on the show, I'm so glad you were able to join me.
Yeah, appreciate that. Appreciate it.
Of course, of course. Well, look, I feel like, they've been waiting all week. Y'all want to just go ahead and hop in?
We can.
Yes, absolutely.
So, hey, hi, everybody. Thank you for having us. Welcome, Kiko.
Yes,
appreciate it too. Appreciate everybody supporting us. Everybody that's out there been following for us and all that. So,
look, Keith, I don't know if LaTishia told you the story of how, I literally saw her on the show and I reached out like, girl, come on and talk about your business. Cause I saw that your wife, she was a boss chick. I'm like, come on and talk about the business. Did she tell you the story?
She did. She did.
Okay.
I was so excited. I was like, oh my gosh, she's so pretty. And she's like a couple hours away from us. And I definitely just spoke up on you.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Well, Keith, how does it feel, like being home and just kind of being in this new chapter of your life?
Man, it's like for a long time, I knew that one day that I was going to be able to get released, but just actually coming home and witnessing this, man, it's like, it's on a whole nother level.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Especially, I got plenty of people that still left behind in the chain game that I wish that could be able to be out here, be able to even experience this. So I got to be able to live this through them too, for them,
Absolutely. Absolutely. And LaTishia, I know you, first off, when she was here on the show, she was counting down, Keith. She was counting down. LaTishia, how are you feeling now that it's like you all have been united again?
I feel amazing. Honestly, it's different, than him being incarcerated, but it's like, even though we grew so close and we knew each other so well based off of our long distance relationship and, us, seeing each other, a couple weekends a month, it's a totally different thing getting to know someone out on the streets, and then we were immediately, thrown into a family living together. Sorry, there's a glare from the.
That's look, you shining bright. You shining bright.
So so that's the stage we are at now. So it's like sometimes it's like, and then sometimes it's like, So I think our love for each other, is we can't let each other go. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna work it out. We're gonna figure it out, and that's what it is.
Now, of course, I've been following you since we interviewed, a couple years ago. And I saw when you posted the photo, first off, you was real spicy pulling up to get Keith.
You deleted it.
She was spicy, but I just wanted.
She definitely was tripping. She was tripping on that, man. That wasn't supposed to even be for everybody.
He deleted it right on the bus. Yeah, my friend read her big ass mouth. He took my phone to delete. I said, "Damn."
Oh my. Well, okay, so for those, because a lot of people that are going to be tuning in.
I'm sorry.
Okay. Yeah, no, you good. A lot of people that were tuning in, of course, they were able to kind of see that moment play out. What was it like for you, Keith, just kind of having everything go on? Like, I would imagine that would have been a little overwhelming when you got out.
Which one you talking about? When I first came at the bus station, or like just actually like coming home?
Yeah, just like the overall moment, of just like, man, it's like I'm out. You got cameras. It was a lot going on in a good way.
Well, when I first came home, at first it didn't really seem real until when I was checking out at the booth, like from the institution and whatnot. So when they ended up giving me my stuff and letting me leave, and then reality really kicked in. So when I'm first walking out, I'm like, am I really going to be able to walk out, or is something else going to be able to hold me back? So when I finally did get out, and then it was just really unreal. And then I made it there, the cameras and all that stuff. I was like, fuck it, let's roll. But like, for real, I'm really like a laid back, I'll be out the way type of guy. I don't like a lot of people in my business, so.
But just on TV.
But in that moment, I felt good though. I definitely felt good. I didn't really feel bothered or nothing about it in the door.
He's telling the truth because I just figured he'd be so nervous and then boom, all these cameras in front of him.
Right.
I'm more nervous than him. He done took over the whole camera crew and just everything. I'm like, what the heck? You've been gone for 11 years. How are you comfortable?
Yeah, because you gotta see, but you gotta understand, in 11 years, you can't do all that. So just the
Yeah,
little things like throwing on some real clothes outside the institution, not just grays or khakis,
right.
all that just went a long way. I felt like I was back in my glow. You feel me? In my glory. So just
That's
stepping
right.
back out, then having a wife right there popping up the way she did, I'm really in the
Clean.
moment.
She did that. You did
I
that.
did. I think I
Yeah.
broke Love After Lockup history with that one. So I ain't
It was
never heard or seen
that.
nobody pull up in no lingerie, furry heels, and a trench coat and a white limo, please.
It
Please.
was
Give me my props, y'all. Give me my props, because that's how you pick your man up from the fence. Okay.
make it happen. Make it happen. So, you spoke a little bit earlier about like how it's, you all had to kind of get acclimated with everything. So how has it been? You all were apart for so long, right? How has that transition been on like an individual basis and just even as a couple? Because I'm married too, and marriage, whoo, it's a whirlwind sometimes, right?
Man, we just went through it this morning.
We're about to go through it again. Sorry.
It definitely be having its ups and downs, man. And then, we had started we started vibing and bonding through letters, pictures, visits, and all that. So just being not like here physically, it was like way different to me coming home and then reality kicking in and all that. But at the same time, I sort of knew who I was dealing with anyways. So we covered all
He
the
said sorta. The hell? You
Look,
mean sorta.
yeah,
You know what I
it's
mean?
like that.
I
And,
sort of knew who I was dealing with too. The fuck, it go both ways. We both got our flaws.
look, don't we all? Look, if I sat and list mine down, I'll be like, toss it in the fire. It's probably too many, too many to do.
A lot of couples don't, like prison couples I see, don't make it past like as soon as the guy gets out. It's like, okay, and then like a week or two later, it's it's
Yeah.
gonna be a year for us, next month.
I'm excited for y'all. Look, happy anniversary in advance. Y'all better do it up.
Appreciate
Do
it.
it up. That first year is always fun. You gotta do it up.
It's a lot. It's a lot, but I'm just grateful. You know what I'm saying? I'm grateful for the type of person, that I married,
Yeah.
and the changes that he has made in my life. I was going through a lot, even, recently, but a lot of had to deal with old stuff. And just to
Mhm.
know that, like, when I picked him up, what I said on there, like, I can't wait, until he gets home so I can, I don't gotta survive no more,
Yeah.
So that was like going back and watching those episodes. It took me back to that moment and those feelings. And that was all real, like no cap.
Yeah. And another thing that I wanted to ask you all about, because what I loved with the show, you all highlighted just even with business, how you all work together and everything. Can you speak a little bit to that balance? Because I kind of deal with that dynamic too, maybe to any like power couples that are, kind of navigating business and the relationship. Like, what is that like for you guys?
Well, I think we're getting to the point now where we're really trying to figure out exactly what avenues we're going to take and how to combine our schedules and our skills and the children. It's a lot, that happened. He had to go to the halfway house for a few months, so he didn't come straight to the home. And then after he did, he started working. It was just a lot going on, a lot of new stuff.
Yeah.
So I think that now that things are settling down, we will be able to focus more, like on our family, on our love, you know what I'm saying, instead of it just being so hectic and chaotic. I definitely, with our mindsets and his discipline and everything and doing things the right way,
Yeah.
I definitely see the sky is the limit for us. And we just want to build generational wealth for our children, maybe one day retire our parents. It's not something that's going on right now, but we're speaking things into existence. And I just feel so peaceful and having clarity. It's amazing, this feeling that I feel right now, because I wasn't feeling this type of peace, before.
And she already know I got her back. She know I'm here with her, and that's what it is. But yeah, so when I did come home, we definitely need to make sure we have balance everything out, and prioritize and continue to strive for what we really want to do and make our family even stronger, and solidify their futures.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And you know what? I love the fact. Well, I will say I've been watching the franchise that you all are on for a long time, and y'all keep it real. You all don't hide or try to. It doesn't seem like it's made up. Like, you all give yourselves authentically and share your story. And with that, I did want to just know, now that you all are like together and everything, has because LaTishia, you were handling, it was a lot going on. They were coming for you. Remember when
They still coming. But you know what? I got so many. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. No, you go ahead. You go ahead.
Oh, yeah, they was coming. They still coming, but it's like I'm immune to it. It's like I gotten used to it. It's a part of my life. I've learned to keep a lot of that the negativity away from me. So I really don't see a lot of it, because it will drive you crazy.
Yeah.
The internet is just undefeated, and then I had to learn that the hard way. But even with my recent situations, and then gathering just so many supporters that came out of nowhere, and I'm like, what the heck? I'm not used to this. It's my third season. Y'all hate me. Okay.
No, they don't.
So I definitely appreciate the love I'm getting right now. Like, dang.
Yeah. And you know what? It's like I feel like that it has calmed down, but I love how you really stood your ground. And I just wanted to, I did want to know if you could just kind of share with some people, because naturally people that tune into the show, they are business owners, or they, might be in media or do different things, and they experience some of those same things. How did you become immune to it from your perspective?
Honestly, it was just so much. It was making me sick. It was making my hair brittle and fall out. Like my last season, my hair was all like, that wasn't intentional. I didn't know I looked like that until afterwards, then I realized what was going on with my body, and I'm like, you bitches is not gonna kill me. Okay. And that's what it was. I had to, like, even now I'm like, you know what? Boom, boom, boom. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to see it, unless, if it's not important, then it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? And then I just started focusing on other things and looking at what I have done wrong in my life, or what I can do better, and, and things like that. And then also out of respect for my husband, you know what I'm saying? So trying to carry myself a certain way, and, he still has to get on me about certain things. It's not an overnight process, but I definitely have. I mean, I'm pretty sure you can tell by this interview of my demeanor right now. It's definitely a difference, a change in me. Now, I still got my side that will clock somebody, that will get like, that ain't gonna never change, but I'm learning more to control my emotions. Trying more and more. It's hard, you know what I'm saying? But
you're doing.
I just want peace. You know what I'm saying? So if people want to sit here and talk, they can sit here and talk. You want to sit here and obsess, you can sit here and obsess. Okay. But I am okay. And I'm doing good. And that's what it is. It's about my health. I have to be here for my children, for my husband. And you know what I'm saying? I need to be looking fabulous. So, like, I'm over all that,
And I always wonder, I felt like when you came on the show the first time, of course things took off, and you were a fan favorite. Everyone, they knew who you were. And it's just, for me, because like I said, we've been following each other, and naturally we've been in touch. When I've seen like just the blogs, or you just see the things that you like, I'm not trying to see that on my timeline. What was beautiful for me was to see how you all were both thriving. Like, Keith, you too, you came out and got straight to it. Like, that is what you all put out there. I'm so happy for y'all. Like, you don't even understand.
Appreciate it.
He's doing so amazing, y'all. So amazing. I'll let him talk about it. He's doing. Yes.
I want to know, like, while you all are here, please let my listeners know, like, what are some things, like, how can we support you all after tonight's broadcast? Like, what can we do to kind of keep the party going?
What can they keep doing to keep the party?
Well, definitely the support and the love. You know what I'm saying? And there's been a lot of people that's been inspired, but Keith doesn't really get on the internet much, so you really don't see the personal side of him like you do with me. Um, it's my strength that I think has gotten supporters. And I, recently got booked for a speaking engagement in New York to speak to young girls, you know what I'm saying? And just about strength. I did. So it's like, wow, like even with all this chaotic things going on in my life, like my strength is inspiring. So people are watching. So, and that's what's making me want to change even more, you know what I'm saying? And not keep repeating the same cycle over and over and over. Cause what do I look like going to speak to a bunch of younger girls and tell them to better themselves and to not be like me? And then and turn around and I'm still picking up, you know what I'm saying? So I said this year, like, I mean, yeah, I got this stuff going on, you know what I'm saying? But going forward with this year, you know what I'm saying? I'm just like everything, I'm good, So like keep fighting, life goes on, you know what I'm saying? And yeah.
Yeah, it just boiled down to you overcoming everything.
That's right.
And I definitely understand that from my standpoint. Me, what I done been through the struggle, all that, having to sit down, kept things real, kept to the street code, all that. You feel me? And then just overcoming that and realizing what's most important. Having to do things the right way now, come home, step up to the plate, got the family, the kids, stepping up and whatnot. And really being a productive role model the right way, because they were looking up to me when I was out, but it was from a whole different type of standpoint. Now people can really understand my struggle, what I've been through. But like the wife said, like I don't really post too much. I know there's a lot of people being toxic, but you got a lot of people that's really interested and really want to see and understand me and all that. But I'll be so big on not giving everybody everything, because I feel like if you give people so much, what makes you so sacred and so special? You feel me? So at times I don't like to really do that, but I'm definitely learning to open up more when it comes to the social media. But like personal people that I generally mess with, my family, the wife, they really get it full force. You know what I'm saying? Like the real me. But like on TV, they get a glimpse. But then you got a lot of people, they feel that they really know our life because they get a certain amount of us on TV. But when you realize it's only if it's 5, 6 couples and it's an hour and a half show, all you get is like 10 minutes in their life each episode. But when they sum it up, it looks like it's a lot. And there's way more to it day to day. If they just had the cameras rolling 24/7, they'll really be tripping out.
Look, in a Black household, it's just like this. I think it's time for us to head out. Like, yeah, you might.
I'm telling you, they probably gave us our own YouTube, own network series or something, man.
Definitely.
Look, y'all get y'all own show. Now, look, I want to know this, because you all's lives, it is kind of filmed and, it's filmed and it's out there with the public. What is something that you all want people to kind of like understand about you all as a couple that may not always be portrayed on the actual series? Again, no shade to the series, but just let's be clear.
Our love is genuine. It's genuine. We have boundaries with each other. Just because we're on TV, reality TV at that, and the type of show that we are on, where they feed off nothing but obviously craziness and drama, it's just certain lines and boundaries that we are not going to cross, as far as our marriage and our children, just to get any type of ratings, any type of fans, followers, none of that. Like we
definitely be standing our ground when it comes to all that. So what's most important is the household, us, our family, our kids, and that's what that is. As far as in like the show they're gonna put what they really want to put out there. I can't really say too much, but at the end of the day, they got their job to do. But it's really that lawyer, her fucking lawyer, man. he talk all this criminal shit, man.
I
You know
love
what I'm saying? I don't like him.
him.
I don't like him. He be talking about, is he a convict? Do you even fucking know me? You feel me? Like
Okay,
people that
what you talking
really
about?
Lawyer,
yeah, but at
though.
the
He
end of the
knows
day,
this types of stuff.
yeah, but you don't know me.
No, he don't know you, but he speaks on facts of the situation, and he keeps it real. I'd rather somebody keep it real with me. If I don't, even if I don't want to hear it, is what it is. But you said it, and it was real. So now I know what to look at. This is why we film with him season after season after season. He's. I used to be intimidated by him, but now I'm just like, oh, Arthur, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he's hilarious to me.
Right. I love it.
He's been around in our area for a very long time, so he knows. And you know,
you say he's a trusted individual, or around.
He doesn't. There's no personal with him. He's looking at this, black and white. This is what it's going to look like to the judge. It's what's going to look like to this. You know what I'm saying? And that's all that matters, because I'm such an emotional person. So I gotta take the emotions away. You know what I'm saying? And deal with it.
And it's hard sometimes, because sometimes I'm like, I might need to sit with these emotions for a little bit, just for a little bit. So it's hard. It's hard. Now, look, before y'all leave me tonight, I think that, you all both just individually and collectively have just had such a great journey. And thank y'all for sharing it with us. And I want to know if you could just kind of leave some gems with my listeners before you leave. So I'm going to start with Keith first. Keith, if you could give a word maybe to someone that's kind of transitioning out of, the system into, just kind of going back to their normal life. If you could just give them a piece of advice tonight, what would you say to them?
What I'll give them is take your time. Don't rush nothing. Eventually, everything's going to be able to fall into place the way that it's supposed to. Everything's going to be at the perfect time. That's just how I see it, and I look at a lot of things like that. Don't rush it, because if you try to move fast or move at the pace that the next person wants you to move, sometimes you'll end up crashing. So it's important to be patient, and remember them hard times. Remember that struggle. Remember the certain people that you generally mess with that you wish could be able to be out here to even experience what we going through. Mm-hmm. So enjoy it, because when I was out, certain things we took for granted, the simplest things, you feel me? So just being able to be out here and being able to experience all that all over again. Once they let me out, they ain't getting me back. It's over.
Period.
Okay. Look, I love that. And look, anyone that's tuning in, y'all better take that in. And LaTishia, you have the perspective. I mean, you all both do, but I know the last time that you were with me, we were just kind of talking about, for the people that are on the outside of you, it's the loved one, even if it's not like romantic. What piece of advice can you give to kind of stay strong for your loved one? That
And I have a lot of women that reach out to me like, how do you do it? And a lot of times they don't comment. They'll just, because they're embarrassed or they don't understand or how to deal with this. They don't have support. So they'll privately message me. And I tell them, well, girl, free your man. That's what I start off with. Free your man. When he get out? You know what I'm saying? Right. And then they'll ask questions. The most common question is, my family doesn't support me on this. I get so much hatred, this and that. And that's probably almost every prison wife or prison girlfriend or whatever. I tell them, you just have to cut them people off, okay? Or push them to the side. If you're not supporting me, then you have every right not to, okay? But what I'm not gonna do is sit here and listen to your mess every time. I'm not. I know what I have, and that's what it is, and then I tell these girls to be safe, because not everybody is solid like Keith. You know what I'm saying? There are some men that are just bullshitters. You know what I'm saying? So you have to take your heart out of it. As women, we are so nurturing and caring. We want to just, we just fall in love. You know what I'm saying? Like, you really have to look at it, do your research, you know what I'm saying? And pick up on these vibes. If it's not right, you're gonna know. You're gonna know that. Okay. Well, our intuition never fails. It's the fact that we need to listen to our intuitions. Okay. And then I wish those girls the best, you know, and I tell them, all of them, if you ever need to reach out to me, message me. I respond. I do, because I didn't have nobody supporting me like that. I was on my own. You know, and if I wasn't the strong person that I am, you know what I'm saying? Who knows what would have happened? I would have listened to this person and listened to that person. I would have been looking stupid. My man came home. Okay. He came home.
Look,
He's a father to my kids. We have an extended family. Like it's amazing, you know, and we're still growing with each other. So you don't sit there and listen to these bitches who either don't understand your situation because they're not in it, or they had somebody who screwed them over. I'm a type of person, get to know somebody for yourself. And that's what it is. Make your own decisions, but listen to your intuition, listen to your gut.
I love it. I love it. Come on now. You left them with a word. Y'all pass the collection plate around for the Collier. Before you all leave me tonight, can you let them know how they can follow you? And also, I mean, for those that may not have cable, I don't, you know, or whatever, how they can tune in for Love.
Can you speak on that?
I didn't mean to say cable. I want to say you got to have at least a Roku box or something.
Right,
Like
tell them about how he came home. It ain't cable no more. It's like streaming apps everywhere. He's so like.
I told her we gotta get cable for a second. She told me I was institutionalized. She told me I was institutionalized.
That's your concession.
I told her we gotta get the cable, man.
You know what? He's so overwhelmed. Like, he's like, what? Hey, it takes like 30 minutes to find a movie.
That's what I'm saying. That's too much. It's too much. Like,
I've been to fell asleep.
You don't know what to watch. You know what I'm saying? It's all over the place.
And God, he got the Tubi app. He oh my goodness.
Look, let me tell y'all. My husband literally, when he transitioned us away from cable, I was sick for the first like 90 days. I'm like, I need my DVR recordings.
I mean, without cable.
It's too much. You don't know what to watch. They got all types of movies, all types of shows, everything. It's gonna take me about 20, 30 minutes to find something.
Exactly.
Going through Prime, going through Tubi, Netflix, and all that. It's too much. At least on cable, you know what's coming on at a certain time. Man.
You see the little guy, it's all in one place. I'm like, this is too much. I get overwhelmed by that as well.
We're stimulated quick. I'm like,
you be like, yeah, I'm gonna watch this. No, hold on, we're gonna watch this, and then
y'all
gonna watch Power. You know, all the Power show. I'm gonna watch all the Queen's Men. You know, I have my series that I know that's how consistent I can be. Everything else, it really is overwhelming. And then
I'm like, I have to delete some of it off of there. I'm like, this is too much, and I don't even watch anything but one show on here. I'm good.
But they show could be able to tune in the all black app, the WeTV, the AMC Plus.
Okay.
Also Prime Video also got it as well.
Okay. Mm-hmm. That's
or awesome. YouTube.
YouTube doesn't show the full episodes, so they cut off my scene. I said, hell no.
But they show a lot of it. Like for certain people that don't have Prime and all that, even if they just want to see a piece of us, they go on YouTube, look it up, just type it in, it's gonna pop up.
Mm-hmm. And y'all can follow us on Facebook, LaTishia Collier, Keith Collier Jr. We're on Instagram, Heart of a Boss, and big_G Swole.
G Swole. Shout out to the Swoles.
Yes.
The whole team of them. The whole team of them.
I'm so happy to see y'all together. Okay. Like this is, I mean, you gotta understand, Keith, this is a whole full circle moment right here, because LaTishia, I immediately, like I said, when I was on the show, I'm like, yes, ma'am. We got to get together, and I love it. I want y'all to come back and visit me when y'all have some, different things. And look, we are not too far from each other, so we can pull up.
We're not. I know you be doing all types of events. We getting booked and busy.
Come to the brunch. Come to the LinkedIn
I did see the invite. Yes. I'm definitely gonna be messaging you.
Yes, look, we'll be talking offline about that. But no, I would love to have you all, and just y'all come hang out with us in Chicago. Okay, come on, come hang
We
out.
were there earlier this year. Went to Kitchen and Cocktails and stuff. It was nice.
I got some peoples up there too.
Yeah, they actually, you know what? They moved, so y'all got to come and see it.
Oh
Yeah. I think they moved to a different location.
Oh,
how long ago was that?
Recently, like I would say within at least the last maybe 60 to 90 days.
Oh dang,
yeah. Because I looked, I'm like, wait a minute, I haven't seen it lit up over there. But again, we'll get y'all some updated recommendations.
Okay.
Okay, thank you so much. You've always been such a sweetheart and diva.
I love you. I'm just sending y'all all the love. I'm so happy for y'all.
Thank you.
And thank you for joining me tonight.
You.
All right, see y'all later.
Bye.
Bye. I told y'all we was kicking it off. Now look, I'm gonna leave their information up here at the bottom, and I have to take a quick break. And guess what? Rose God is backstage too. Okay. And Rose God, look, this is the thing. I want y'all to go ahead and get in tune, because I'm gonna have him give us the hate it and love it. So Meech, I'm preparing you now. Okay, get it together. We'll be right back after this break.
Hey, are you struggling with weight loss? Try everything and the scale hasn't moved for you? Well, I think it's time for you to call our good friends over at Live Long Health. They have everything that you need to help with weight loss management, and they also offer a plethora of other services. So make sure that you go ahead and head to livelonghealth.net, okay? Or call 708-998-5542, okay? And guess what? The best thing is you can treat yourself now and pay later. They accept several different payment types, and baby, it's time for you to go ahead and make that move to get healthy. So choose to live long with Live Long Health. Be sure to shop Pretty Curvy Savage, where style meets comfort, and you can be bold and be fierce. This plus size clothing line is everything that you need in your closet, ladies. So be sure to visit prettycurvysavage.com and use promo code MzMetchi10 for your special discount. Okay, bye.
Hey, y'all. Welcome back to the Blueprint Live. It's your girl, MzMetchi. And it's time to go ahead. I'm setting this up for my next special guest. Okay, I have Rose God joining me. Now, look, I know him as Meech, but for tonight's purposes, he is. I just want to introduce you all to my friend Rose God. Well, okay, I think he done left back out. I don't know what happened there. Rose God, are you coming back? We just saw you not too long ago. Anyway. We'll wait for him to go ahead and come back. First off, look, it's been one of those weeks, so I'm starting off with a pineapple cut water. You all already know that it's about to be danger after this. It's going to be a little bit of danger, just a little bit. Rose God, okay, I think you're ready now. I think he's ready. Let's go ahead and bring in Rose God. Hold on.
What's good?
What's going on?
Nothing much in this studio. Getting ready to paint after this.
Look at you. Okay, it's giving bathing ape. What's going on with the hoodie? Give us the deets.
It's nothing. It's just one of those graffiti hoodies. I've had this for a minute now, so I'll wear this or another one. Huh?
How you getting?
Tired.
You look. Cheers. I'm sending you a cut water. That'll take you down.
Y'all ain't gonna be hitting me with them 2025 Four Locos.
I cannot. So look, Rose God, I've been sharing with them, of course, this week that you were coming on the show, but I did want to just kind of give everybody a backstory about the fact that, like, we have literally been friends since SIU. Like, shout out to Saluki, shout out to SIU.
Yeah.
But can I share something in all honesty with you?
Sure.
I did not know, like, until a few years ago, just how deeply invested you were. The sound is kind of crazy. As far as with your art, it wasn't until like a few years ago that I'm like, wow. I had never seen your art while we were in school.
Yeah.
So can you kind of take me on the journey, kind of walk me through how you branched into it?
I've always been an artist. I went to SIU for communication design, which is graphic design. But
Okay.
I won't lie, I got discouraged in the middle of my journey because I had a 2D to 3D art teacher, or I can't even call her a teacher. She was a TA. She was a student just like us.
Okay.
But she told me straight up one day I was like I got failed on like 3 different projects, and they was good projects. Like everybody loved them except for her. She told me, I just don't get it. You're too ethnic.
Oh.
She told me, literally, verbatim, she said, why don't you try being a sound engineer?
What?
Like a producer.
Are you serious?
I'm serious, dead serious, at SIU. Now, I'm not going to lie, I got her fired.
Oh, come on now. It's giving grievance.
I did, because I had to go, like she gave me an F for the semester, even though I completed every project on time. But it was because she didn't get it. So once I told my like our academic advisors, you know, they vary between the colleges or whatever. But I told my academic advisor, and she like told the higher up. So old girl was never a TA again. I think she switched and went to John A. Logan.
Oh, a step backwards.
Yeah, because man, look, God don't play about me.
No shade, no shade, no tea.
No shade, no tea.
He'll say, "Oh no, not an F." I mean, that was kind of like the fire that lit everything up for you.
Yeah, because she was telling me stuff like, you know, you do so many black characters and blah 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 blah. So I did end up start getting good grades on the projects because I stopped doing what I knew, and I just thought one day I was like, I'm gonna just put the craziest thing I could think of on paper. And it was everything incoherent. Like I had a picture with a guy who had hands holding his eyeballs, and he had a shotgun coming through his mouth. And she's, oh my God, I love this. This is so great. And I was just looking like, this is the dumbest thing I've ever come up with. And you give me an A on this?
Right. Like I can't believe it.
Yeah. So it was like I ended up getting an A, but she kept telling me, you know, you do so many black people. I said, you know what? I'm gonna draw nothing but black people now.
Okay.
So,
and that's it.
I barely have the color pink, and it's like the other type of, I don't have flesh tones that are not melanated in my paints.
Come on now. Talk about it. Talk about it.
I'm not, the only people I've drawn outside of black people are Ecuadorians, Mexicans, Puerto Ricans. Other than that.
Well, I mean, I'm not mad at you. I'll tell you that. I'm not mad. Well, you know what? Look, I'm gonna meet you, bro.
I knew you was gonna do it.
I'm trying. I'm like Rose guy. But no. So you've evolved so much since, you know, that time, from the last time that we connected, and you know, you've been a part of a few different creative industries. Do you care to share what some of those industries were? I mean, you know,
man. I'm part of a few organizations. I won't say exactly what they are, but I still do adult entertainment. And that's more so like body painting and shows and certain diasporas. Like I am a BDSM practitioner and a teacher. So I do things like that. I do include that in my live art shows as well. So that was something that I incorporated way back in 2019.
Okay.
Like when COVID started, that's when I blew up because everybody wanted to come, quote unquote, be freaky privately, but in public.
What? Being in public. What? What's that mean?
Because my crowds are vetted. I'm not the type of person, I don't let just anybody come in. Like I have to know you. You have to actually be invested. It's not one of those things where you come in and you're like, oh, nudity, and it's like, Okay, but it's for the sake of art. It's nothing else. Because you got some people
Yeah.
that come in and be like, oh, man, I'm trying to tip. Tip what? Tip for what? I'm painting her. What are you doing?
Right. Like, are you okay?
A lot of them don't be okay because they think it's what it's not. Especially because I am in the rooms with some of these people that these people adore on camera, should I say.
She said, I'm lost with BDSM.
Is BDSM is being done something menacing?
Well, Diamond, there's your answer, sis.
We'll have to dive into this. That's an after dark type of topic, so that's not meant for this.
We gotta keep it PG-13 on the Blueprint Live.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, so I know that you and I have talked, and you said that you were kind of navigating and moving in a different direction. So bring me to where we are today. You've had a lot of exciting events and art shows. Let's talk about it.
Okay, so I was working more so along the lines of adult entertainment, adult content, and just getting that together. And I was successful with it, right? But then I started seeing these people had perversions of their own and try to project it on me. Like I used to get dudes and women who would hit me up talking about, you only paint no women because that's the only way you can touch a woman. And you know me. I'm like, y'all definitely don't know me. I don't need this to touch no pretty women. I'm him.
Okay. You say the pretty women
don't let the big belly and all that. They love that. But I started getting that, and I was just like, okay, hold my beer. Let me show y'all something. Yeah. People didn't understand that I was really an artist until I started, getting things done on canvas. And then a lot of people get mad because now I tell them, I said, the only reason you said it is because you can't afford my art.
Oh, come on now.
You couldn't afford my such. You couldn't afford to get body painted. So, oh man, I want to get body painted, and they think it's like a $20 holler.
Right, like no, this is no, absolutely not. This is something that's deposit worthy. Okay, for sure.
So I said farewell to like doing the live shows with the BDSM and body painting back in, I believe my last show was 2023. That was my farewell to it. That was called Pain and Lust Part 4.
Not 4 parts. Not 4 parts.
Every part sold out. That's what was crazy. Every part. From the first one I did, which I was nervous to my core because I had never done anything like it. It was my first time setting up my own event without like my bros and stuff like that. And I didn't know what to expect, but it went over good. And then so I just started continuing, and I was growing every time. I said farewell to that in 2023, and I tried to do other things, and I started showcasing other people. That is where I learned that is not always a good deal. It's not always a good thing to start showcasing other people.
Talk about it. For real.
You have people who will latch on to you if you have something good, either to get information from you so they can start trying to copy whatever you do or clone it, whatever you want to call it. You have people who want to latch onto you because your vibe is that, your aura is that, your energy is that. You have vampires who will suck all that from you. You got people who will do things for you. They will tell you one thing, but when you part ways, they tell everybody everything else. They don't ever tell you about the good things you did. They'll never tell you about what that person did to try to help.
Right.
It's
just only the negative thing.
And then you end up, people say, oh, I want to do this for you. I want to do that for you for this show, for that show. And they don't come through. So it's always you. And the biggest thing I learned from that, and it came from a few of my partners, they said, you never needed any of these people to make your shows big. You never needed a big name. It was always your talent. It was always you. They said, you are big enough on your own to where you don't need other people to put on to the bill. It could just be you. And a lot of people, because I got the gift of gab. I may be, I'm not like I was back in college. I was mean back then, but I was still popular, which was crazy.
Y'all, Rose was mean as hell in college. He'll read you down worse than a Real Housewives of Atlanta housewife. Okay. And 3 6 Mafia mixed together. Like it was one of those. Read you down.
But it was never no soft moments. You wasn't gonna run up on me. Like I say whatever I say on Facebook or whatever. But if you ran up, you ready to take a nap. Nice long nap.
Crazy. Now, Rose God, okay. I want to know, like you told me you know how you got your name. Can you share with my audience how you got your artist name as well as the name for your business? Because I thought that it was something that was pretty cool.
Okay, so we'll start with my stage name, which is Rose God. It's not like G-O-D, it's G-A-W-D, and it's an acronym, so it's a period after every letter. Rose is because when I was learning and going through art school at the same time as going through my regular school when I was in grade school, my great-grandmother was always at her house. Like my parents were there, but my grandma was that go-to person. She's the reason why my mouth is so foul, because she's straight from Pace, Mississippi. So she would cuss you out just as soon as she said I love you. But if she didn't cuss you out, she didn't love you. Right. But her favorite flower was the white rose. So in turn, me growing up, my favorite flower became the red rose just because of how it looks when light hits it. So the first name became Rose. It's an homage to her and just our love for that flower. God, like I said, it's an acronym. It stands for what I am. You have gentleman, artist, and a willing dom, or willing dominant, if you will.
Come on now. You better mix it all into one acronym.
Yeah. It's that simple. It's simple to me. I know a lot of people think it's real deep, not to me. But it's just something that I felt like I was. Not to say I didn't try other names. Like my name will always be Big Meech because it was way that before we knew about BMF. I don't use it because of the connotation it did have to things I did when I was younger, and I no longer want those connotations. I want to be seen as the artist that I am, the man that I am, and what that I became. The business is called 8 Anchored Projects. So the 8 is a double entendre. That's my position online. Again, I'm not going to tell you what organization I'm in. Okay, sure my brand ain't showing.
I'm like, I don't think it is. It's covered.
Okay. That was my position on online. So I was an 8. I was also an anchor. That's where I get the anchor from. But 8 is a double entendre because it's my position online and it's a vertical standing infinity sign. So it really stands for forever. Oh. Anchored is an Ankh. The Ankh is a symbol of fertility and birth in Egyptian culture. It's a very powerful symbol. All right. Mm-hmm. An anchor, like I said, that's my position online. So I'll put those two words together. Huh?
I said, I like how you mix it all together as far as just kind of like bringing that lineage of that into the business.
Mm-hmm. And mixing that all together, like I said, this name is a slap in the face to that TA, because 8 Anchor Project stands for I'm forever anchored to my culture.
Here, come on now. And now, Rose God, your art, it mixes like culture, knowledge, and then like that expression. So I do want to know what kind of inspires you with some of your latest art that you put out. Like, what inspires that style for the latest pieces?
For the current collection that I have going, which is called Love Cakes and Co., it is honestly, you're gonna laugh. It's actually everyone, not like genderized, everyone's love for a butt, and more specifically a Black woman's butt, because even if it's flat or fat, it still is nice. We enjoy Black women. That is what my art is all about. I only portray Black women because we don't have enough Black women figures in art, not as artists, but in art, that are not overly sexualized. And a lot of people see my art and they say, "Oh, it's overly sexualized." I said, "No. If you take another look at my art, I never make a woman look like she's less than what she is, which is a goddess in the picture. Even if it is a sexual scene, she's in a position of power in that scene. So she's controlling the whole thing."
Now, I'm excited because you're going to be displaying your art at the LinkedIn Lit Brunch. Some of the pieces, right? So, can you give my people a preview of what's coming?
It's art everywhere. I can't put nothing out right now. Most of it is in my car right now because I got other stuff coming up. I would say if you do go to my page, 8 Acre Projects LLC on Instagram, you are able to see the majority of my art because I come up with stuff so much and so fast, and stuff leaves out of here fast. I barely take pictures. I forgot to take a picture of the Harley Quinn heart that I did. Someone bought it just like that. I went to display it. I was okay. Nobody's gonna buy this. I can take a picture later. I went thinking about it, and somebody said, "Oh my God, I want this," and then they just bought it and they left. And I said, I ain't take a picture.
Right, like I should have got that. Should have got that.
But,
I'm excited to see what you will have on display. Like with the brunch, I wanted to bring some different elements. So I'm excited.
I came up with an idea specifically for the brunch.
Okay.
I will let you see it, but I'm not going to let everyone else see it.
I'm fine with that. I'm fine with that. 100%.
So, but these pieces are going to be very Afrocentric. Black women based as always. I may throw a guy up in there somewhere. I don't know.
Every once in a
while. Maybe I'm one of the brothers up in there real quick. But it's all about making people think. Every piece that I design, it doesn't matter what you see on the canvas, is designed to make you think. It'll make you think, from the color scheme that I use down to the positioning, down to where I put it on the canvas itself.
Okay.
So,
well, it's coming up. Look, I'm excited to see. And when you contacted me and we were talking about you coming on the show, you had a very specific thing that you wanted to talk about in terms of an event that you're going to be doing next year. Are you able to share, or is it too
No, I'm able to share because I do want people to know this is it's a show very near and dear to my heart. When coming up, my great grandmother, my mother's grandmother, I never knew that she wore wigs. I was oblivious. This is just my great grandma, This is my other great grandma too. This is not the one with the roses. As y'all see, my great grandparents played a big part of my life for a long time. She dealt with alopecia. I didn't find out till I was 16.
Okay.
So basically, what happened was I was going back to her room to listen to hear her say something, and she said something to me, and I tried to come back, and she kind of flipped out. She's like, "Oh my God!" I'm not gonna say my nickname on here for my great grandma. She said, "Don't come back here. I'm ugly right now," and she meant that because she didn't have her wig on. Yeah. And my cousin probably gonna cuss me out for telling this story, but it is what it is. I know Granny would want me to tell this story. I told her, "Why would I think you ugly? No matter with or without the hair, you still my grandma."
Right.
So this show is a fashion show, but it's an alopecia awareness fashion show. So I do have models that do live with alopecia. Okay. I have models that are outside of the box. They're not your norm. I don't mean just BBWs or anything like that, because everyone is doing that. This is not a show that is meant to be sexual in nature. It's not meant to show, TNA and all this other stuff. It is really a show that's dedicated to her. I've come up with a whole line of outfits myself as a designer that I haven't shown anyone, that I won't show until we actually unveil it. I have a few other designers, but right now, outside of the one that I do have, I'm still doing some interviews. So if you are a designer and you would like to be a part of it, come hit me up. We're going to be showcasing everything from bedroom and lounge wear to full crochet pieces to full bead pieces. So I mean like full nightgowns that are beaded and crystal.
It's gonna be dope.
Yeah, so I have, hopefully, because my bro do too much, DJ D93, who is a huge Chicago DJ. I'm still waiting on my brother DJ Napitz to hit me back. I have talked to Egypt from Jocelyn's Cabaret.
Okay, shout out to Egypt.
There's content creators that some people may know but not know. Unicorn Raya is one of the biggest people that's going to be up in this show. She does do adult content, but she's very spiritual. She's very down to earth, very sweet person. This is one of my best friends. She's modeling for me. I have people like Kobe Chapman, who is, shout out Kobe, who is running for the mayor of Harvey.
She doing her thing.
Yep. So I have her backing it. Few of the D9 organizations, of course, you know, because my family is full of Delta, so of course Kobe, Delta.
Yeah.
You know.
I want to say the Deltas, they mobilize. They mobilize quickly when it comes time and it's a need and it's a call. The Deltas get together. I mean, the AKAs and all the rest of them do as well. Everyone does, but I see them more.
Yeah. But you know, it's for me also. So I am talking to the Zetas.
Of course. You know they don't stop. Yeah.
It's really about showing functional fashion that's not the norm. This is not like outfits with your booty hanging out, boobs hanging out. It may happen because you know people out here they thick, they got body yada, right?
Okay.
But
like you might see a little itty. Okay.
You might see I don't know. I can only account for me. I didn't design anything like that, but other people may have designed some stuff like that. Right. Keep your fingers crossed. Have you seen the show Building a Band? It was on Netflix.
I've seen the preview of it, but I have not watched it personally.
Okay. So one of the bands on there, I have been reaching out to them. I have my cousins about to reach out to them too because they're in the same area and they know who they are. But it's season 4. They're called season 4 from the band, and they can sing. And I don't mean sing; they can sing.
Okay, they sang.
Yeah, they sang. It's just a lot of other things that I'm not going to display now. But the bottom line is, it's a fashion show. I'm looking for vendors, more designers, and then people. Hey, hush!
Okay.
My bad. I'm looking for more designers, and I am looking for people who want to model, who aren't afraid.
They want to be seen. They want to be on the stage.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I mean, look, Rose Guy, you didn't put out the call to action. Before you leave me tonight, can you just let all my listeners know how they can follow you and just kind of stay in tune with everything and get the first, be the first ones to get the deets on the fashion show?
On every platform, it is 8 Anchored Projects LLC, except for X. But you don't want to follow my X. Don't go over there. Hit my Instagram. Hit me on here on Facebook. Well, not on here, but on Facebook. Period. It's still 8 Anchored Projects LLC. Behance.com, which is a portfolio for all artists. 8 Anchored Projects LLC. You can catch me at Pancakes and Booze next month. Well, really in September. You can also catch me at the Black Girl Art Show supporting all my Black women artists, as I do. It's in October. That's October 14th. Yeah, October 14th.
I think you missed.
That's not the date you said. But you will see me presenting again, if you didn't before, at the next Black Boy Art Show here in Chicago.
Okay.
So, and that's this year.
I think you still forgot something else. Because where you gonna be at October 11th?
The Leech and Lip Brunch, I will be there getting yelled at by MzMetchi.
Because y'all, he was trying to get booty from the studio. He didn't went to October. He didn't went to November. Y'all must have forgot. I'm joking.
You lucky ass say, look, catch me while I'm in Japan in January doing body painting over there.
I mean, as you should. I'm just saying, you better not forget October 11th, and there's gonna be some problems.
It's not in front of me right now, so I couldn't, it escaped my mind real quick.
Well, Rose God, I want to thank you again for joining me. I genuinely, like we shared at the beginning of the interview, knowing you for so long, I'm so proud to see everything that you have going on, and we look forward to supporting you, me and all my supporters.
I appreciate y'all for that. Like, whatever y'all need art-wise, y'all can call me. I can't guarantee that I'm always answer, because I charge a fee for that.
you gonna get about 24 to 48 hours with Fran. He's not. You got to put it in. He's like a ticket request, and that's okay. Yeah. The thing about it is, look, you're exclusive. There's nothing wrong with that.
True.
All right. Well, until next time. Okay.
All right, y'all.
Bye. Bye. Y'all make sure that y'all go and follow Rose God on all platforms, okay? Go and follow him and make sure that you just go and that you are subscribed and everything so that you can make sure you on the list for the fashion show. Now, I have to take a really quick break, but when I come back, we still got What Would You Do? And I ain't even going to keep y'all too long tonight. We're going to zip through this like we trying to get out of that work meeting so we can beat the traffic. Be right back.
Be sure to shop Pretty Curvy Savage, where style meets comfort, and you can be bold and be fierce. This plus-size clothing line is everything that you need in your closet, ladies. So be sure to visit prettycurvysavage.com and use promo code MzMetchi10 for your special discount. Okay, bye. Hey, are you struggling with weight loss? Try everything and the scale hasn't moved for you? Well, I think it's time for you to call our good friends over at Live Long Health. They have everything that you need to help with weight loss management, and they also offer a plethora of other services. So make sure that you go ahead and head to livelonghealth.net, okay? Or call 708-998-5542, okay? And guess what? The best thing is you can treat yourself now and pay later. They accept several different payment types, and baby, it's time for you to go ahead and make that move to get healthy. So choose to live long with Live Long Health. Let's get into today's What Would You Do? Where we're talking about real situations with real people and offering real solutions.
Oh, y'all want to know this juicy What Would You Do that I have tonight? Okay, look, gotta give credit. Shout out to Michael Turner, his page. He always has these really, really engaging conversations. And y'all, he put this particular story up, and with permission, I am sharing it tonight with you guys. And it's off the chain, not really it's kind of calm. But look, y'all, check this out. I need you to know. Not a support ticket. Yes, sis. Jacinthia. Hey, sis. First off, y'all go check out Jacinthia. She got the sweets, y'all. She got the sweets. I really want her to make some stuff for the brunch, but I just want my sister to just come. So but she got the sweet. Now look, this What Would You Do? Listen to this, y'all. And just for real, put your ears to the phone and put your thinking cap on. 3 years ago, my husband told me that I could quit my job. I did, but money started slowing down. So he picked up another job. He's working 2 full-time jobs and is hardly ever home. That's not the problem. This man hasn't touched me since June. He's always complaining like he's tired. And when he's off, he only plays video games. What man do you know, 39, who's not begging for sex? Today is his first day off in 2 weeks. We sent the kids off to school. I got up, made him breakfast, and we cuddled in bed. Then when we proceeded to go edit, this man pulled out a rubber. Mind you, we've been married for 14 years. And to be honest, we've never used one. Never. Now I'm down there examining him like he has something. And his excuse was that since it's been so long, he wanted to last. I'm not buying it. He wouldn't give up until he put the condom on. After about 10 minutes, he pulled off and finished immediately. Oh my goodness. I'm no fan of condoms, but doesn't that sound fishy to you? What married couple uses condoms? I just got off the phone with my doctor and I'm going to get checked out on Monday. What would you do? Girl, go and get checked out. And then as soon as he probably would have said that, girl, we probably wouldn't have been having sex. Let's have a real conversation. Come on now, let's get into tonight. What would you do? Okay, y'all heard the story. They married for 14 years. You know, dropped the kids off. They're in a perfect situation. He hasn't touched her since June. Okay. This was submitted this week. We are in August. So we're at almost, 3 months? And after 14 years of not using protection, they decided to do that. Well, I'll tell you this. And for tonight's, what would you do? She asked if something was fishy. Hell yeah, girl. Yeah. And I would totally have my eyes open too. I mean, let's just be real. I'll say this, and you know, my aunt, I'll tell you what, she's on here right now. You said a version of this to me, so I'm going to paraphrase for tonight's purposes, but it was something to the extent of that you will know that something is different. You'll know that something is different based off of the patterns, right? And I think that that's not just exclusive to men, but women can tell on themselves too, okay? They can tell on themselves too. So, okay, let's see. Cynthia said, hold on, let me pull up the comments. I would have rolled over and took care of myself. Sir, the math isn't mathing. Yeah, like it's all about the patterns. Even if we have not been physical, but it's just like now is the perfect time and it's the opportunity. You wanting to do that screams red flag. And I'm not about to let you, like, first off, since the only thing in this, what would you do that I would have did differently was I would have been on the phone with the doctor immediately. And then guess what? He would have been sitting there on the phone with the doctor too. Like, hi, we're making double appointments because everybody is about to get a blood test and get some testing done. Everybody's getting a swab. Everybody's getting swabbed up because what? Okay, Rose God is here. No. It's 98% mental. What she do? Can't just say it's him. We only hear her story. Now, this is the thing, Rose God. She acknowledged that he told her that she could quit the job and he ended up getting another job. Now, what I will say is this, and now let's kind of take this a little bit of a deeper layer. Because it's something that I hear men say all the time. It's like they just, you know, nobody is ever really checking to see if they're okay. They're just checking to see like if he is still okay enough to provide, right? And I will never sit there and say anything about anyone that is put up and you don't have to work because you are taken care of. You'll never see MzMetchi hating on you for that because, baby, that we all, you know, strive. Whether if you want to take care of yourself or you just want to be put up, you want to be kept. That I think that's a goal for a lot of ladies. Whether if you want to keep yourself or you want to be kept, whatever your motivation is, right? But if you're not monitoring your spouse, because I will say, Rose God, yeah, it's 98% mental. I guess when the guy shut down, what did she do or whatever the case is? We can't blame it, right? We can't place the blame there. But we do have to acknowledge that the man has two jobs, sis. Coming home and probably playing video games is the only, maybe source of things. Now, if you're at home and you're a homemaker or whatever the case is, like I would try to maybe get some fun, try to help lighten the load because stress will do that to you. Stress will make men and women stress, depression. It's a lot of different things that would cut down on why sex isn't happening. But then you mean to tell me that the minute that we do actually decide to get physical, you pull out a condom after 14 years? Yeah, baby. You fighting something's going on. Something's wrong. Okay? Something is wrong in the situation. So no, yes, there's something fishy. Yes. What would I do? I probably wouldn't have slept with him, sis. Not before getting a little test. Clock it. We need a test. In this situation, that's what I'm saying. Now, I do, Rose God, I agree with you that it may be something mental. He may just be having a hard time. He's stressed out. He may be sad. You know, I don't know about you all, but if you've ever worked 2 jobs before for a long period of time, you kind of get a little sad. Like, damn, I'm not even living my life right now. I'm at work all the time. Okay. So we can take that into account, but the condom thing is weird. I don't think it's about lasting or whatever the case is. Because I mean, if you haven't been touched since June, I think your wife knows that you're not going to last for an extremely long time after going almost 3 months without any physical activity. It's something. Rose got there, or he doesn't trust her. I agree with the test, but something more is going on. Absolutely. But I mean, in that instance, to me, pulling out that protection where it was a space where you didn't have to have those protections, that's an immediate red flag. Flag on the play. Immediate red flag. I think there's some distrust on both ends. I mean, hers was probably raised when he pulled the condom out. And I don't mean to, you know, we can't be too graphic, but this is the thing. Real people are going through this stuff. Y'all, this is a real situation. At 39, he should not be at a place where it's like, well, if we do it, we do it. If we don't, we don't. So something's going on there. Let's explore. After you get your test, y'all need to start having some real conversations. And it's okay if you're having a breakdown. Like what, you know, look, you all saw with my first guest for tonight, LaTishia and Keith, you know, just we're able to see every Friday on WeTV just different aspects of different things to their marriage, but you don't see the things that go on with people and the intricacies of that, right? You don't know. We don't know what could be plaguing him that has him stepping back physically because maybe he's feeling a certain type of way. We don't see those things. But when them red flags get dropped on the play, you better pay attention. So sis, yeah, you might want to delay that appointment because, I mean, you know, you might want to see what the timeline is before a little package drop, okay? Because if he did infect you or if he's fighting an infection, you just never really know. You don't know at all. So I think you did the right thing in this situation. I probably would have switched the sequence. Baby, you don't touch me. Period. Okay, I have to take a quick break, and when we come back, we're going to go into what's happening, what's up. Tonight's for the topic, we don't have a topic. We're going to loop all of it in. Topic of the day, what's happening, what's up. MzMetchi is hungry, y'all, and I just try to keep it real with y'all. We'll be right back after this break.
Hey, are you struggling with weight loss? Try everything and the scale hasn't moved for you? Well, I think it's time for you to call our good friends over at Live Long Health. They have everything that you need to help with weight loss management, and they also offer a plethora of other services. So make sure that you go ahead and head to livelonghealth.net, okay? Or call 708-998-5542, okay? And guess what? The best thing is you could treat yourself now and pay later. They accept several different payment types, and baby, it's time for you to go ahead and make that move to get healthy. So choose to live long with Live Long Health.
Learn more about MzMetchi today. She's an entrepreneur, host of the Blueprint Live, media personality, professional brand ambassador, brand talent manager, commercial real estate professional, event host, beauty and fashion influencer, marketing and promotions professional. Learn more about MzMetchi by visiting MzMetchi.com for more information.
Be sure to shop Pretty Curvy Savage, where style meets comfort, and you can be bold and be fierce. This plus-size clothing line is everything that you need in your closet, ladies. So be sure to visit prettycurvysavage.com and use promo code MzMetchi10 for your special discount. Okay, bye. Time to get into what's happening and what's up in these streets. Let's get it.
Let's get it. What y'all talking about in the comments? Oh, thank you. Y'all got me going with the curls today. This was done with the 1.5 inch wand curl. I'm just feeling my curls. Y'all, for real, what's happening, what's up was a couple weeks ago. I had on one of my units because y'all know I like to switch it up. That's my problem. Okay, I like to switch it up. Baby, that unit was so hot on my head. I was out with Anthony, and we were riding around. Oh, we had pulled up. I told him, I said, my head is so damn hot right now. I said, baby, you got to get me a cooler or something. I need something cool. I need something cold. It's hot. It was hot that day, y'all. Baby, I came home and I took it off and got my curls. And I told y'all last week, Aunt Jackie, she was the one that had sponsored the last one. Aunt Jackie's curls and coils. Love them down. But this one, I was like, I went ahead and just blew it out. Okay, she's swinging. I'm just swung my earring off. But y'all know the vibes. Okay, that's what's happening. What's up? Them units too damn hot now. Okay. Whoever followed my ex from hold on. Whoever followed my ex from here, y'all oh dang. Not y'all did that. But look, let's get into the nights. What's happening? What's up? Y'all better stop following the exes now. Did you all hear about the story coming out of Tampa, Florida? 2 self-professed religious leaders. Y'all, they were indicted this Wednesday, okay, Wednesday of this week on federal charges. It's being alleged that they had an organization that forced its members into labor, okay? So we are talking about like they used them as indentured servants at the home, okay? David Taylor and Michelle Brannon had people living on their estate in Tampa, and they were using them in the name of religion as indentured servants. Okay. Taylor described himself as an apostle and Jesus's best friend. He claimed to his followers that he had multiple face-to-face encounters with God himself. Okay. In court, according to the indictment that went out on this Wednesday. Okay. And Brandon, the person that got arrested with him, she was charged with being the organization's executive director. Y'all, they had a whole house. Let me tell you this. And I just want to say it to somebody that may be a little bit susceptible to being a part of a cult. You know that you can praise the Lord for free. You can praise the Lord at your house. You can praise them. We could stop right now. I could stop right now and immediately go into prayer. Immediately. They forced them to work in call centers located in Michigan, Florida, Texas, and Missouri, okay? And what he called, Taylor, he was so sick that he called his followers armor bearers. So he made them feel all empowered and everything. But they weren't allowed to leave their ministry house without permission. And see, that would have been where I would have acted a fool. Let me out of here. Let me out of here. I don't like being constricted, okay? But in a ministry house, best friend. She said, oh no. That's what I said when I read the story. I'm just like, how are you able to be a servant in 2025? Moving along. Now, you all know it's been a lot of things going on with the CDC this week. Now, y'all know, again, here at the Blueprint Live, we don't have to, delve too much into politics, but we got to talk about what's going on that could impact you. It can impact you. Yeah. Auntie Tracy said, just like that, prayer is free. It don't cost a dime. It don't cost a penny. Okay. You can pray for free. But 3 CDC leaders resigned this week over the CDC organization weaponizing public health. You all know that there's been a lot of changes with that. They had literally just voted someone in to take care of that and then immediately got her out of there. These are things that we need to be paying attention to. And weaponizing public health, I know you all have heard things with vaccines and all of this other stuff. I'm telling you, things are dismantling right now, including the Trump administration they were forced this week by a judge order to move detainees out of Alligator Alcatraz. Okay, this was a judge's order. They had to move them. What's going on at Alligator Alcatraz that they have to get them into better environments? What are they doing to the people down there? Hello? Get into them, y'all. Get into them. Now, I was really, really saddened to hear about, first off, we're in the season of back to school. The babies are going back to school. Now, MzMetchi, I don't have any kids, but MzMetchi love the kids. And I do believe that they should, of course, be able to go to school in a safe environment. I know you all heard about the 23-year-old shooter that opened fire in Minneapolis at a Catholic church, like at the school, you all. They did this. What's wrong with people? That story is sickening to me. Kim added, people aren't strong-minded. That's how they become a slave. Yeah, and there's so much to be said in terms of that there needs to be things to help make people more mentally and emotionally strong. There needs to be more support in that realm, because no way are you going to get me into a ministry house when I know that I can praise the Lord anywhere, and then tell me that I cannot leave. What? David, watching from Royal Fried Chicken in Cedar Hill, Texas. David is always eating some good food. David, send the food. Send the food. Send the food recommendations to us, friends. Send it to us. Thank you so much for tuning in, David. We always appreciate your support. Now, look, why did the internet go into a frenzy when Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce announced that they were engaged? Why are they bringing up his ex-girl, like, oh, he was with her for 5 years and all this other stuff? Baby, when y'all recognize that people are going to move when they want to move, they're going to do what they want to do when they want to do it, and who they want to do it for. Now, I have my thoughts on it as well. But how about we just be happy for Taylor Swift and her beautiful proposal that she had? It was beautiful. It looked like it was a nice engagement. Y'all get too deep into the celebrities. Too deep. She said, what, you got a gun at school? Yeah, it was a shooter that literally went up to the school. Auntie Tracy, it's crazy. Michi, their food is so good. David, I need you to just send us some, please. Send us some. Hi, Yolanda. Thank you so much for tuning in tonight. You all make sure that y'all go and follow Yolanda. She has an amazing story and an amazing business. Y'all go and get in tune. Rose God said, KC ain't never winning another Super Bowl now. Don't say that. Why are you putting that into the atmosphere? Okay. Now, over the weekend, I was able to check out the new Netflix documentary on Jussie Smollett. Have y'all seen it? What are we thinking? Give me your thoughts in the comments. I would love to. I would love to hear it. Cause Deja is my sister cousin. Thank you so much. Thank you, sis. Look, I hope that your week got lighter. I know that you were burning that candle on both ends, so I hope one side is out, sis. I'm sending you all love tonight. Thank you for tuning in. Of course, Yolanda, thank you. You all can catch Yolanda. She will be with us October 11th, too. A lot of my people, Deja's going to be there as well. Okay. Warner's Tax and Accounting Services will be in the building. Okay. In the building. Jussie Smollett. Yes. There's a documentary. Now look, and I'm going to tell you all this. I'll tell you all this. I went into that documentary. Okay. And you all know, let's go ahead and talk about it with the Jussie Smollett, that situation. Okay, Yolanda, you haven't seen it yet. So look, I won't give too much away. But what I'll say is this. I did have the opportunity, Anthony and I, we watched it over the weekend. And it was a really, really good documentary. And there was a lot that was not displayed to the public. Okay? There was a lot that was not displayed to the public. So I went into watching the documentary with one mindset of it's just like, that was some BS, whatever. And then after watching it in its entirety, and seeing some of the things that were really genuinely, they were hidden away from the public in regards to the case, it changed my perspective. So I'll say this, if you got some time this weekend, you got about an hour and a little bit of change to dedicate to watch that documentary, I guarantee you that the way your mindset going into it, you may have a different perspective after watching it. And I hope that as time goes by, that Jussie Smollett is able to recover from what it is that happened to him. And although it seemed like that it was crazy and all that other stuff, after you watch the documentary, I want us to come back and we can talk about it again. If y'all bring it up and just say, hey, I watched the documentary when we come back next week, I will absolutely talk to you all about it. Now, where are all my people that use a little bit of AI? Just a little bit? Okay. Well, OpenAI says changes will be made to ChatGPT after parents of a teen died by suicide. This happened recently. Now, what ended up happening was there are court documents that are out that allege that ChatGPT encouraged a 16-year-old boy to plan a beautiful suicide, okay? To keep it a secret from his loved ones, okay? That's essentially what the app was able to do. So they're making some changes to make sure that this is not something that happens again. How they're going to do it, I don't know. But apparently that's what's going on. Yolanda says she's going to be at the LinkedIn Lit Brunch with bells on. And you will. I'm going to be there too. Bells, crystals, all of that. We outside, Yolanda. We are outside. David said he messed up Empire. Jussie Smollett, definitely that lining of that situation, he messed it up when it was at the height of where it was supposed to be. Deja said, OMG, you're kidding. That's horrible. Yeah, getting back to the ChatGPT, it's I'll say this. If you use AI, use it responsibly. Okay. The fact that they were able to help him craft up a beautiful life-ending situation and to not only do that but keep it a secret, that's horrible. Okay. And that's when you see AI kind of going a little wrong. Okay. So yeah, said I'm gonna miss it. Not the documentary. Goodbye. Now, last but not least, you all know, have you all been seeing, if you're in the Chicagoland area, in Illinois, excuse me, just all of Illinois, that Governor Pritzker, the mayor of Chicago, Brandon, they have been going in on the fact that they're trying to, they've been getting word from DC that they need to crack down on things. Well, our current vice president, he was quoted, "We want to be able to walk down a city street in broad daylight without getting mugged. We want you to be able to take your family out for a nice meal whenever you want without the fear of violence and criminals." All of this is being in defense of the crackdown that's currently happening in Washington, D.C., where I've seen photos of our National Guard picking up garbage outside of the White House. I don't know if that is, making it safe for us and keeping away the violence and criminals, but I'm like, it seems like maybe we can put those contracts somewhere else. I don't know. But they're trying to bring those same crackdowns that are going on in DC to cities like ours, Chicago, Milwaukee, areas where there's high level of crime. Now, again, our governor and the mayor of the city of Chicago, the biggest city, okay, they have been going in on him. With Pritzker, I didn't want to play the clip because I don't want my video to get flagged, but I'll say this about Pritzker. Illinois is an expensive place to live. It's hard sometimes being from Illinois, but I think that as a governor, his level of snarky and everything, he should probably be the one that's that runs next time, because the way that he read him down the field and told him don't come to Chicago. They didn't want him here. I'm like, that's just like such a Chicago thing to do, right? Such a Chicago thing to do. Let's see. Yolanda said 2 people on TikTok saying that it's horrible in Washington, D.C. They can't do anything. They're scared to go outside. Oh my goodness. Deja said, as they should. Area where there's high levels of people of color. Yeah, I mean, it's all about approach, right? I tell you what, yesterday when I was on my way, I went out to the West Side when I went to film yesterday for the radio show that I was doing. And, so it took me west. Definitely not an area that I frequent or that I go over to often. But there was a man on one side of the street and a woman on the opposite side of the street, the one I was making a turn on, and they had to put the guns down sign. Just, it was just like a presence that was there. And, sometimes it needs maybe more extensive efforts. And then sometimes it takes community. So I'm just hoping that with all of this, that I really am, y'all. I'm hoping that with everything that's going on and what they're trying to bring out even to our area, what's going on in DC right now, from what you all are even saying too, that at some point that there could be some middle ground. We got to stop tearing up where we live at. It's crazy. It's too much. Yolanda said he told them, don't come to Chicago. You're not wanted. And that's exactly what he said. That's exactly what he said. So I tell you what, you all let me know what's happening and what's up in your area and what you've got going on. If you got an event or anything that you want us to shout out tonight, feel free to drop it on the live. I'll put it on the screen. I'll do that. I'm going to take a quick break and then we're going to close out with tonight's quote of the night. And it's, I feel like it's been such a long day. So we'll pick back up on our topic next time. But we're going to go ahead and pay some bills right now. Be right back.
Hey, are you struggling with weight loss? Try everything and the scale hasn't moved for you? Well, I think it's time for you to call our good friends over at Live Long Health. They have everything that you need to help with weight loss management, and they also offer a plethora of other services. So make sure that you go ahead and head to livelonghealth.net, okay? Or call 708-998-5542, okay? And guess what? The best thing is you can treat yourself now and pay later. They accept several different payment types, and baby, it's time for you to go ahead and make that move to get healthy. So choose to live long with Live Long Health.
I was in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean when it happened. There was a sudden jolt and our submarine crashed on the seafloor. We were in total darkness.
That's Dr. Dejana Figueroa, a marine biologist and STEM teacher, talking about a deep sea dive she'll never forget.
It's funny, when I was a kid, I was afraid of the ocean. And there I was, 2 miles below the surface. But as a scientist, you prepare for that. Using our training and a little creativity, we fixed the sub and finished our experiments. The dive was just too important. Every dive gives us glimpses at things few people ever get to see. Glowing creatures, fiery undersea volcanoes. When we got back to the surface, I kissed the ground and called my mom, of course. But you know what? I wouldn't trade that dive for anything.
Dr. Figueroa uses her passion for STEM to discover new things and make the world a better place. She can STEM, so can you. Check out She Can STEM for more stories and inspiration. A message.
Thank you so much for all of my listeners for tuning in. And now it's time for the quote of the night.
Welcome back to the Blueprint Live. As we get ready to close out, let me get in these comments. David said, focus needs to be taught to the people in the White House. Absolutely. Absolutely. And I think that's a great way to end what's happening, what's up tonight. I want to give you all this quote. Is short and sweet, and I'll give you a little bit of background. But the quote of the night is, sometimes you just have to accept the situation and say, that's okay. It happens. That's life. Okay. Now that one, I know you're like, Michi, that's short. What's going on? But it's the truth. Meech said something on this interview tonight about that people will get close to you, get next to you to reap, and I'll be honest with you all. I definitely have dealt with that. And there were things that even came up, over the last several weeks where I'm just like, wow, and when I always tell you all that every week, the quote of the night, it finds me. I don't go searching for it. And that particular one, it touched me in a way because, we have these situations and just different things that happen about it or happen to us, from that. And it can be a little bit of a challenge to truly accept a situation. And I found myself within the last couple of weeks, I said, okay, you know what? I have to accept that this unfortunate situation took place and understand what comes from that, what it means. but also that it happens. And that in life, there's going to be things that happen. You know, when he said that thing about like people, you know, getting close to you and doing different things and just trying to reap off of who you are. Ooh, I felt that on a spiritual level. Okay. It felt like confirmation for a few things. But when you accept what the situation is, okay, and you truly make peace with it, that it's just like, whatever, this is what's going on, but it's going to be okay. This is life. This is my life. This is my circumstance. It changes things. Okay. So I definitely wanted to share that with you all. Now, David added a couple more comments. He said, there's been a lot of robberies here where me and my wife live at. And there's cameras up in our apartments and police at every corner. David, I hate that y'all have to, you know, we shouldn't have to live in fear. David said, and neighbors are always looking out for us. That's community. That's community, David. I love that. Kayla, thank you so much for tuning in. She said, we can't control what happens to us, only how we respond to it. That part. The situations that I have going on over, you know, this time that I shared with you all, I'm like, dang, for real. That's how y'all gonna do. You know, even going back to my hate and love it, where I'm just like this, don't commit to things and you're not gonna do it. Like, I'm a very much so a follow through type of person. I follow through for my people. I do whatever it is that I can, you know what I'm saying, until I can't do it no more. And even if I can't do it, we're gonna, you know, have conversations. We're gonna do those things. But sometimes when you don't get that back, you don't get those things. You have to accept that that's just what it is. Okay, and it's how you get down and how you respond and how you may act or not act that's gonna protect your peace. Always protect your peace. Shout out to the Swag Her and the Swag Her community. Yes, y'all, please make sure that y'all follow. Please make sure that y'all follow tonight. I want to thank my very, very special guests. Okay. LaTishia and Keith Collier. You know, again, it was totally a full circle moment tonight to be able to have those two on there, because, you know, for those that have been longtime supporters for the Blueprint Live, you all remember when LaTishia joined me the first time. It was after she had her kickoff season on WeTV's Love During Lockup at that time. And her and her husband, they were able to transition to the other part of the franchise, which was Love After Lockup. And I remember when LaTishia posted the photo of when she went to pick Keith up, and I was like, baby girl did it big. Like, I literally said that to myself as I watched in my living room. And to see it all play out on this season that's currently on, again, WeTV, the All Black Network, AMC Plus, to see that, and then to be able to have both of them join me together to really talk about what their journey was, it means everything. And of course, my interview with Rose God tonight, you know, or Beach as I call him, because you know what, look, that's my friend. And to see the evolution, we always, of course, stay connected, but to be able to genuinely learn more about his journey, it's been a blessing to me tonight. And I hope that with both of those interviews, that there were some gems that were a blessing to you as well. Okay. If you haven't already, make sure that you're following MzMetchi and the Blueprint Media Company. You can type in MzMetchi and at the BP Media Co. Please, if you can, do me a favor, go over to the Blueprint Media Company's YouTube page, subscribe, and tune into the MzMetchi Show every Monday at 11 a.m. Central Standard Time on Facebook and YouTube. If you are watching my broadcast, if you are in television, okay, whether if it's local access, whether it is, you know, on a larger scale, we are looking for a home for the MzMetchi Show outside of Facebook and YouTube. So, you know, I have everybody else come on and manifest and declare and decree things on the show. So I'm just declaring and decreeing that I will run into the right person, and you all are going to help the MzMetchi Show continue to go places far and beyond. Okay. I love y'all. Until next time. Bye.